Does anything really matter?
Where does it matter? I mean, it matters.
Well, it does matter.
What's the matter?
It matters.
Well, it does matter.
Does it matter to you? Does it matter to you? Does it matter to you? I mean, what does it matter?
And that matters a lot.
What does it matter?
What's the matter? Does it matter to you?
It matters to me.
Hello, and welcome to Tallahassee Matters. I'm Lisa Carey. I'd like to tell you about an important change with our show. I'd like to introduce Tamara Smith, who will be our new host for Tallahassee Matters.
Thanks, Lisa, and I'm glad to be here.
We are glad to have you. Let's tell the viewers about our first stories.
Sure. We have reports from two special events. One, the Emergency Management Department, and the other from the Gaines Street Cash Mob.
But first, we have a segment about the Celebrate America event held just a few weeks ago at Tom Brown Park. Let's take a look.
Celebrate America is a wildly popular event here in the city of Tallahassee, and not only with our department, Parks, Recreation, and Neighborhood Affairs, but the many departments that help put on the event, from Star Metro to the police and fire and sheriff's department and other agencies that really help make this event a success.
Well, we see the crowds building, which was good. We had rain earlier, and that probably helped keep things down a little. Glad to see the crowd building. We just want to see lots of people out here having a good time, and so we can talk to a lot of different people and encourage them to get out and vote on August 15th.
Voter registration!
We have about 20,000 people each year that come out to the park for the event. That includes all kinds of events, from face paintings to all kinds of vendors. We have elected officials that come out and get to talk to their constituents and seek their votes. It's such a huge event that we actually moved it from Lake Ella decades ago to Tom Brown Park. It's a great event.
This is my first time here, Celebrate America at Tom Brown Park, and I'm here with my family, and we're loving it. Like, I really honestly thought that it was going to be so crowded that there'd be no room, but it's not, and there's enough room for everyone. And there's so much to do for the kids, for the adults, and the booths and the food, and I can't wait for the fireworks. It's going to be spectacular.
Hot dogs, some snowballs, you name it, they have it out here.
I had the chicken teriyaki, which is pretty good, and we're about to have a hot dog over here, and so I like all the food here because it's like being at the fair or something like that, which is really nice, and it's not that unreasonably priced, which is nice.
This funnel cake, I got it last time, and it's really delicious, and there's just the different vendors and seeing some old friends and family. It's fun out here.
Parks and Rec this is a special events part of it, and we're giving the kids different crafts and activities to do. So I'm, for example, doing bracelets with the kids. They're making hats that are the colors red, white, and blue for 4th of July. They're also making ping pong balls that you can hit on pallets, and they're also just giving a lot of information about Parks and Rec and what they do here in the city of Tallahassee for the children. I think the kids are being able to learn about being patriotic and kind of learning about how everyone in America is so different, and they can all come together for one event and get to celebrate America's birthday on the 4th of July.
We're out here for protection because we run medical and fire calls, as well as educational. We have kids come by and want to look at the fire truck, and there's a lot of adults that ask a lot of good questions about the fire department and our fire trucks.
One of the neatest things about this event is the naturalization process, where each year we actually open federal court here in Tom Brown Park, and we get a U.S. magistrate to come out there, open up federal court, and naturalizes about 10 to 15 citizens each year. And to see the faces of those individuals, I was lucky enough to stand by Commissioner Gillum this year, and he and I were talking about, what it means to not only this community and those individuals, but our country, to see someone get naturalized and become a U.S. citizen. It's just really a neat event.
She's never been out here, and she's a Woodville native of the greater Leon County area, so we wanted to get out here and enjoy the fresh food, the wonderful vendors, and the great atmosphere here. Because some of the cities around the United States are shutting down their July 4th programs because they don't have the budget to do it anymore. But thank God Tallahassee isn't one of them, so we can enjoy this absolutely free. Some of the performers here are awesome. Like right now they have a band that I'm not too familiar with, but I'm looking forward to hearing their music. It might expose me to something that I like, so that'll be good, yeah.
The Indian group that went before us, who did the traditional American songs with their style, was really neat. I had never seen or heard anything like that before with our songs, and a completely different take on some Woody Guthrie and America the Beautiful they did. I thought that was really neat.
Where knowledge is free, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country away. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country away. Let my
This event is actually really special to me. I grew up in Tallahassee, and it's been the big thing to do on the 4th every year since I can remember, from being a kid and seeing all the people here, and then being an adult and being able to come here, and it's just an amazing thing. The 4th of July is a wonderful time in Tallahassee.
The 4th of July, it being Independence Day, is, it's what I wear the uniform for, so that everybody else can come out here and enjoy, and that we're land of the free, so that we can keep doing what we do whenever we want to.
The 4th of July always been very special to me. I'm a retired disabled veteran, and I really love serving my country. I wish everybody would serve our country, and I just hope the fireworks are real good.
To come out to a beautiful park, one of 110 parks in the city's inventory, and celebrate how important it is and how lucky we are again as Americans to be able to express our freedoms and celebrate just good times and our country. And obviously it's culminated with a tremendous fireworks show every year. It's just to be able to sit there and watch the kids especially in awe of the fireworks is just a neat process.
I'm here to watch the fireworks.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the fireworks.
Yeah, we're excited about the fireworks.
City of Tallahassee Parks Recreation and Neighborhood Affairs Department takes a great pride in putting on Celebrate America, ending with the culmination of a day-long event with an unbelievable fireworks event that is enjoyed by everyone that's in attendance.
Does it matter to you?
It matters to me.
Pick up your fly swatter today at the TLC Animal Shelter.
This is your City of Tallahassee utility storm tip. Do not run a generator inside your home or garage. This could lead to asphyxiation. Do not plug your generator into your home's main electrical system. You may electrocute a utility worker. Please place generators outside your home away from open windows and plug all devices into the generator directly. Be informed, be prepared, be safe. The City of Tallahassee, your source for emergency information at talgov.com.
Does it matter to you?
It matters to me.
Welcome back to Tallahassee Matters. I'm Lisa Carey.
And I'm Tamara Smith.
You know, one of the best things about hosting this show is learning the many different ways that our city serves local citizens.
Yes, like our next story. The Emergency Management Coordinator organizes exercises to prepare our citizens for disaster. Recently, he held an exercise about pandemics. Let's take a look.
With a pandemic, you kind of see it coming. It's building. You've got the CDC watching, your local health department, state health, all those agencies are watching it as it builds, so we can reach out to people and say, hey, be prepared for it. The focus of this exercise is for a pandemic event, and it's a web-based exercise. So there's communities around the country that are participating in this exercise just like we are. There's great information out there. I appreciate y'all coming out today, I really do. And we'll go ahead and get cranked up here to kick off the exercise. As far as the participants goes, we've invited neighborhoods and the agencies that are involved, such as health department, the hospitals, fire, and police departments are all involved in the exercise with them. During the 2009 flu, I've heard different numbers shown up to 300,000 people. In doing the exercise, one, we're preparing you for the actual event, but also to educate you on the response capabilities of your community, such as fire, police, or utilities.
Probably people don't associate initially planning for a medical catastrophe with the city. City management got focused in responding to the pandemic's problem or scare in 2006. In 2006, the World Health Organization started to follow the bird flu or the avian flu outbreak. Then the U.S. government also got into that, and they were asking organizations and asking all government organizations to prepare and develop plans for a flu pandemic. The Florida Department of Health actually held a Florida Pandemic Summit here in Tallahassee in 2006, and that got a lot of local organizations and governments working together in developing plans.
Of course, your health department is that lead agency in this response and preparedness activities to meet our community's need.
If an emergency occurs, the health department looks at a number of different things to determine how serious it is and what type of actions we'll take. If the CDC from the national level lets us know that there is an outbreak that is spreading, then we will implement what's called an ICS system, Incident Command System. We'll notify emergency management, we'll notify the city, we'll notify the county, we'll notify all of the hospitals. We send messages out to all of the medical providers in our region to make sure that they're aware of and are looking for the signs and symptoms for whatever the disease is. We plan primarily for an influenza-like illness. If there's a vaccine for that illness, or if the vaccine is held by CDC, or if it's held by FEMA, we'll contact them to get access to the vaccine. We work in conjunction with the emergency management, because emergency management are the people with all the resources.
The role of emergency management is to prepare the citizens for events that may occur. And part of that is doing these exercises, so you have a good knowledge of what things will happen and how we're going to meet your needs during and after a disaster that may occur here. We want to look at this exercise as this is our neighborhood, whether it's Killearn Lakes or whatever it is, but this is our neighborhood, and that's what we're going to focus on for this exercise. To give you a little scenario, a new strain of influenza virus is discovered in a small village in South China. Over the next 60 days, the virus travels around the globe, launching deadly influenza pandemic. What numbers are we looking at as far as percentage of loss?
If we, for instance, had a bird flu, not the H1N1, but the actual avian influenza, you've got a 50% death rate out of that particular disease, and you've got another 25% of the people who are disabled.
At what point do you say, okay, now we have to quarantine, now you're not leaving?
I'll give you an example people don't really think about. Measles. Measles is so communicable, it ain't even funny. I mean, you walk in a room with somebody with measles and you've been exposed and you're likely to get measles, okay? So it depends upon that. It depends upon the numbers. For instance, a case does not warrant closing a school or closing a dorm or something like that.
What's some of the number one hazards that we have that we need to be thinking about in our community?
I think panic's going to be up there. I mean, with panic comes economic impact. I mean, you're going to have people who are going to keep their families at home. They're not going to send their children to school.
Because it's a rare event and because people don't understand it, they get frightened and they become the worried well. They clog up doctors' offices and emergency rooms because they think they've been exposed or they think they're well.
You could list places you could get a shot to begin with.
Proper hand washing really is one of the best ways. Soap and water in between the fingers, you know, up the arm a little bit.
One of the biggest preventions is stay healthy. If you have a healthy immune system, you're more likely to be able to fight the disease off.
What I'm contributing to today's exercise is pretty much the role of the hospital in a pandemic situation, and how we're going to work very closely with the public health department and how we're going to respond to it and things like that. I think with regards to pandemics, really pay attention to the public health officials. Going to the emergency departments and that may not always be the best situation. In the pandemic, we still have our regular emergencies that come up. We have our shootings, we have our stabbings, we have our heart attacks, strokes, things like that. You might be better off staying at home and sheltering in place.
I try to come to these things because I'd like to be able to tell my neighbors, okay, hey, I went, and when I come back from the scenarios, I make copies of all the handouts, and I just try to get people more aware of what they can do, so if, God forbid, something crazy like a pandemic did hit, that we wouldn't be caught completely flat-footed. I think one of the best things that comes out of these exercises is watching the interplay between the different agencies. I think these agencies, meet in a context where the public doesn't get to see them. But this is a good context where the public gets to ask questions.
If law enforcement's knocking door to door, in the last exercise we did, and no one answers, you can assume that they already left or they're probably okay, mostly. Here, you can't assume that. So.
Well, this event is important to the community just to bring about the awareness of being prepared for anything that may come our way. The most important thing is to develop a family plan, be prepared for all hazards that may come our way.
Does it matter to you?
It matters to me.
This is your City of Tallahassee utility storm tip. State guidelines suggest that you have a hurricane survival package that includes a first aid kit, batteries, flashlights, battery-powered radio, 3-day supply of food and water for your entire family, charcoal or gas grill, wooden kitchen matches, a portable cooler, prescriptions, cash, and a hardwire phone. The City of Tallahassee, your source for emergency information at talgov.com.
Here in Tallahassee, we have hundreds of local businesses that offer first-rate products and services. That's why Tallahassee Mayor John Marks is partnering with business leaders to bring you Local Business Saturday every second Saturday of the month. I know that for every dollar I spend at a local business, I'm doing my part to strengthen our local economy and create jobs for our community. So remember, spend smart, get it in Tally.
There's a monster in my bed.
Even innocent things can trigger an asthma attack. Learn more at noattacks.org.
Please make the monsters go away.
Thanks for joining us on Tallahassee Matters. Our last story is about Gaines Street. A few Saturdays ago, the city held a cash mob to show Tallahassee that construction is complete and businesses are accessible once again on a big segment of Gaines Street.
Today we're down here on Gaines Street to really bring attention to two things. The street, the fact that you can drive on it again, the fact that you can come down here and you can reach the businesses again. Also, even more importantly, to support the businesses that have suffered through all of this for months. We want people to know that Gaines Street from Railroad Avenue down to Monroe is again open for business.
We're bringing a cash mob from all over the community to come and support Gaines Street. The owners here have been at a bit of a disadvantage because of the construction. We have with us our group of local shoppers that have been going out every single second Saturday for the last 18 months. Some of us are coming to these stores for the first time, so for us it's a pleasure. And it just brings focus to this part of town. You know, it's like a grand opening.
Gaines Street, it's really a very sentimental place. I think it's the most wonderful neighborhood in Tallahassee. I think no other neighborhood in this town has so many diverse businesses owned and operated by independent individuals. So I think that's what makes it so interesting. I've been in business for about 6.5 years now. I offer vintage clothing and accessories, mostly from the 1940s through the 80s. I worked in a vintage store for a short time when I was a teenager, and that inspired me to open my own place. We're so happy that the city is putting this on. We appreciate any event that happens down here to sort of bring extra people who might not know how wonderful the neighborhood is.
What I like about Tallahassee the most is the nature, the landscape, the trees, and the people, the friendliest people in the world. That's why I do believe that developing any segment of Tallahassee will help the whole city, because it's small enough that people can cross from neighborhood to neighborhood and enjoy every aspect of the city. The Gaines Street Cash Mob was a great idea. Their preparation has been wonderful. The tote bags with the G Street, the Gaines Street insignia, truly a good idea.
Are you all shopping on Gaines Street today? Okay, well what we have here is our raffle tickets for the 26 businesses that are participating in the Cash Mob located on Gaines Street and Railroad Square. And you don't have to be present to win. And happy mobbing. Here you go. Thank you. For you to enjoy.
Saw the Cash Mob on the newspaper, and I saw it on TV also, and I haven't been down here since before the construction started, so thought it was a good afternoon to come down, and it's really interesting. I didn't expect that there would be as much activity, but there's a lot.
Can I get you like the sample something? That's my sweet potato cake there.
We're here at Utrecht, and it's the art supply store here down on Gaines and Railroad. And what we're doing today is we're going to do kind of like caricatures or line drawings of animals that either come in, or if you bring a picture of your animal, we'll go ahead and do that too. We're doing this for donations for the Animal Shelter Foundation, and I think I'm just really lucky to be able to do things like this here in Tallahassee.
We're just partnering with Patty and the Animal Shelter to benefit the community. We want to be an integral part of the arts community here on Gaines. Previously, Utrecht was on Mahan, and with the Gaines Street Revitalization Program, it was perfect for us. It's situated between FAM campus and FSU campus, which is perfect. We are student-driven mostly. So it's a perfect location. It's very artsy. The vibe is great here. Anywhere you have artists, it's going to be exciting and fun and beautiful. And this is a beautiful area.
The song is called Keep Dreaming. And how many of y'all know that you have to keep dreaming and keep believing in order to make it where you want to go? From the bottom to the top, our goal is to never stop. From the bottom to the top, our goal is to never stop. What you do, keep dreaming, dreaming, hey, dreaming, 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 keep believing, keep believing, keep believing, keep believing. Some might say we living, can't be wrong for doing right, like I'm dreaming, and I can't wake up.
I have lived in this area for a long, long time near the campus here. I think it's great because it has really helped this community, and Gaines Street is really changing. So I love it when I ride down it. You know, it's a smooth, nice road. I appreciate the work that the city is doing on the street.
I'm co-owner of Old Fields Clothing. We opened last February. We offer a variety of clothing, fashion accessories. We actually wanted to open a store on Gaines Street. We grew up in the area, going to concerts and that sort of thing. A lot of the types of products we sell are kind of trendier, and so we just thought we'd be a good fit for the neighborhood. Thank you so much. Growing up in Tallahassee, I always thought the first thing I wanted to do was get out of here. And I actually spent a lot of time traveling with bands and that sort of thing, just seeing the country, and it just kind of changed my viewpoint on everything. Like, there are cool towns that I like to go visit, but we just thought, like, why can't Tallahassee be that way? And like, in our store, we have Tallahassee themed t-shirts and like the Levy Park neighborhood, and we really want to push Tallahassee. It is a cool town, and we just want people to be able to see that and be proud of Tallahassee.
We've lived in Tallahassee for about 6 years this time, but we moved back after having been students earlier.
Tallahassee's a family-friendly city. We have children, and so it's a great place to live. That's why we were happy to come back here.
I think today's event is a great opportunity to show folks there are lots of interesting things to do here locally. Shopping, small, privately owned businesses. I think a lot of us like to do something different from the chain stores.
We'd like to see like lots of foot traffic, being kind of a destination district to go shopping or to go eat or to go drink, or whatever you like to do.
This neighborhood is so deserving of a makeover, and it's about time. So we're really proud of it.
Welcome back to Tallahassee Matters. You know, I've really enjoyed hosting this show and keeping you all informed about the many developments here at the City of Tallahassee. While on the job, meeting our city employees and our various citizens, it's really reinforced for me that Tallahassee is a great place to live. And Tamara, I think you'll find that too. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm looking forward to it. And I've enjoyed all the time I've seen you here on Tallahassee Matters. And that's it for this episode. So I'm Tamara Smith.
And for WCOT, I'm Lisa Carey. Thanks for watching.